So one of the things I want to do is point out ways to write octaves in shorthand. So if we look at my screen, you can see on the top is finale with notation, and on the bottom is max with a piano keyboard. So the first note here is C4. You can hear it as middle C. The second note, C5, octave above. Next one, C6. And then the fourth one, C7. Now, middle C, C5, C6 all fit easily on the staff with either 1 or 2 ledger lines. It's not that bad. But now C7 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ledger lines, and that's a lot. So one of the ways to get around writing this many ledger lines is to have a shorthand or an octave sign. So what we can do is we can grab one from the Shapes tool and place it in front of. There we go. And so therefore now when we listen to this, we'll hear this an octave above. So it'll be not C6, it'll sound C7. Let's listen to that. Measure 3. Here we go. And it's the same note. So if we want to undo that, let's listen to it now. So now you hear the octave. Let's put it back. Okay, let's play it again with the octave sign. So you can see that this octave shorthand makes it possible for you to write this higher note with all these ledger lines, but without the ledger lines. So this is a lot easier. Generally speaking, you'll see this 8VA. There's a 2 octave one. I don't want to go into that on this fundamental level. And then there's octave below and 2 octaves below. The octave below is not used as much in piano. And the 2 octave below is very, well, except for some modern music, you don't really see it as often. So the most common one is 8VA for octave above and 8VB for octave below. All right. All right, so one of the concepts I want to go over right now is something called enharmonics. Enharmonic is basically the different ways to spell a pitch class. So let's define that. So a pitch class basically is one of these notes on the piano. So if I play this G4, it's this note we have right here. That's a pitch class. It's what we hear as a note or a pitch. But there's many different ways to spell that G. Okay? So one of the ways we can do that is to notate it with a G. Now, a different way we could do that is to notate it with an F double sharp. Now, wait a minute, what's going on here, you think? F here, let's look on our piano keyboard. Here's F. F sharp is there, and F double sharp is there. So F double sharp is, here's F, to F sharp up a half step, to F double sharp another half step. And so therefore, if we look here on our Max piano keyboard, this is G4. But the notation says F double sharp. So therefore, they both are playing the same G4 pitch class, but they're spelled differently. You know, like there, and there. Let's look at one more. So G, if we go up to A and do A double flat, then we'd have, here's A flat down a half step, and then A double flat down another half step. And it's playing that G4 pitch class again. So in a sense, you can spell G, the sound of G, you can spell it 3 different ways. G natural, F double sharp, A double sharp. Let's listen to that on the keyboard and see what that sounds like. Here we go. Yeah, So there you go. So that is an enharmonic. Let's look at another one just for fun. So let's choose C sharp. So I'm going to go up there. That's our starting pitch. So C sharp on our keyboard, C sharp 5, that's that pitch class. And so therefore, what would be another one? Well, we could do maybe B sharp, B double sharp. So here's B. Up a half step is B sharp. Another half step is B double sharp. You notice it still says C sharp here. So we're notating it as B double sharp. So here's B sharp, B double sharp. So that's an enharmonic. Let's go above and see what happens. So I'm going to go up to D, alphabet letter D. And D is here. Going down a half step is D flat. So D down a half step is D flat. So D flat is the same, is spelled the same pitch class as C sharp. So C sharp natural, B double sharp is the same as C sharp, and D flat is the same as C sharp. Let's hear them all. Most of the enharmonics have 3 spellings. I'll let you discover those. All right.